We're now going to set up to cut the third trim return. This is my personal favorite. This is the most difficult also. Today I'm going to be teaching you 3 easy ways to cut a return to finish off your trim. To cut your first return, you're going to set your saw base to a 45-degree angle. You'll make your first cut. You can now position the saw 45 degrees in the opposite direction. With your next piece, position it upside down. The piece should look like this. Now that you have 2 pieces cut at a 45-degree angle opposite to each other, you'll flip up your one piece, grab yourself a speed square, we can now go back to 0 on the miter saw and cut this piece off. Now that we've got the miter saw set back to 0, we're going to cut off the excess here. And your cut piece should now look like this. Now that you've got both pieces cut, you'll glue them together, and that's your return number 1. To cut the second return, I'm going to remove the upper plate cards. To cut the second return, I'm going to start by adjusting the saw onto a 45-degree bevel. You're going to make your first cut on the inside. Your trim should look like this. You can now adjust the bevel to the opposite side at 45-degree angle. You can now make your second cut. It's going to be on the inside of the board at 45 degrees. Your piece should look like this. You can now reposition the saw back to 0. I'm going to add a new piece of painter's tape. Now that you've got the saw back to 0, you're ready to cut your final piece. So you're cutting on the inside here where you made the miter. And your piece should look like this. Now that you got your second 2 pieces cut, once you've glued them together, your finish will look like this. We're now going to set up to cut the third trim return. This is my personal favorite. This is the most difficult also. You're going to start by setting your saw to 22.5 degrees. Now that you've got these saws set, we're going to take our new piece of trim. You're going to start by cutting at 22.5 degrees on the back side here. Your piece should look like this. You'll now grab another piece of trim. You're going to cut upside down at same angle, 22.5 degrees. Your piece will look like this. You're now going to set the saw to 45 degrees. Now that you've got the saw set to a 45-degree angle, you're going to aim to cut on the back side of this miter line here. And your cut piece should look like this. Now that you've got the final piece cut, once it's glued together, your finish will look like this. This has been a tutorial on how to finish your trim in 3 different ways. If you found this useful, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know which one's your favorite. Thanks for watching.